God helps me. I will not be afraid. Hebrews 13:6. I love that verse. And it is our Bible verse for today. Do you remember what we call someone who goes different places and tells others about Jesus? Missionary. That's right. Paul and Barnabas told many people about Jesus in our story last week, and they went to many different cities. But I wonder how they knew which city to go to next. Sometimes God tells us what He wants us to do next. And in today's story, God told Paul which city He wanted him to go to next. So I want you to listen for clues that tell you how God told Paul where to go next. In today's story, Paul chose another man to go with him on the second journey. Paul and Barnabas decided to split up, so Paul chose Silas, and Silas went with Paul on the second missionary journey. They traveled to many cities, and one of these cities was Lystra. And in Lystra, they met a young man named Timothy. Well, Paul had heard good things about Timothy. So Paul asked Timothy if he wanted to go with them to tell others about Jesus. And Timothy did. So Paul and Timothy and Silas went to many cities telling others about Jesus. And many more people believed. Paul wanted to go to Asia, but God wanted him to go somewhere else. So one night, Paul had a dream. And in this dream, a man said, "Come help us." Well, Paul knew that this dream was from God, and that was God's way of telling Paul not to go to Asia, but to go to the city where this man lived. So that's what they did. Paul and his friends sailed on a boat to another city, and then they walked to Philippi. Philippi was a very, very large city where there were many, many people there. And Paul and Silas and Timothy talked to them about Jesus, and they stayed in Philippi for many days, doing what God wanted them to do. Now, did you hear a clue about how God told Paul not to go to Asia, but to go to another city? That's right, Paul had a dream. God still helps people. He still helps people know what to do. He sends family and friends. He helps churches know what to do. Just like Paul and Timothy and Silas did what God wanted them to do, you can do what God wants you to do as well. One thing that God wants you to do is to be good to your mama. So today, I want you to pretend that you are a detective. And I want you to look for clues that let you know that your mama loves you. A clue could be a hug that she gives you, or she fixes your favorite snack, or she helps you pick up your toys, or she does something for another member of your family. And when you catch her doing something nice, I want you to run up to her and give her a great big hug, tell her that you love her, and say, "Thank you, Mama." Because she is a very special gift from God to you. Well, I hope y'all all have a wonderful Mother's Day, and maybe we'll be together at church pretty soon. I love you, and I miss you, and I'll see you soon. Bye.